Hey everyone, Tyson the Subaru Specialist from Subaru Prince George here, and today we're taking a look at the 2024 Subaru Impreza 2.5 RS in the pure red. So this is a throwback to the 2.5 RS trim that they used to have in the Impreza. That was a two-door. This is the five-door hatch, and it's a new trim for 24. As you can imagine by the name, 2.5 RS. It's the first trim level that gets the 2.5 liter four-cylinder boxer engine. And it's pretty peppy. 182 horsepower. And in a vehicle of this size, it's a blast to drive. New front end on the Impreza's whole redesign for 24 model year. So more aggressive grille. You've got smaller, more angular styled LED steering responsive headlights with high beam assist. We've got new fog lights. They're LEDs. Got that nice gloss black accent over them. Great looking car, especially in the red. I am admittedly not a huge red vehicle fan. I think this works. There's enough black on it that it breaks it up quite nicely. Now we have 18-inch wheels. They're Yokohama Avid I think it's GS3 tires on here, but they're the 18-inch black painted wheels. They look great. Along the bottom, it's not cladding like you see on the Crosstreks or the Outbacks Foresters, but you do have a black side sill or rocker, depending what you want to call it. Black painted mirror cap with integrated turn signal, your RS badge, and it is red. You can see it's painted red around it. It's red on all of the trims, regardless of the exterior color. I'll give you the side profile here. So they only make the Impreza in the hatch. It's essentially a lowered Crosstrek, or you can call it Crosstrek and Impreza on stilts. Shape is very, very similar, different bumpers, but it's sleek. Rear three-quarter view is probably my favorite view of the car, just like the Crosstrek, and it's mostly to do with this tail light. I love the black and red. I love the contrast. I think it's really, really well done. Fuel door, just like every other Subaru, on the passenger side, and it's tied to the driver door. So if I click lock on the key fob, you're going to notice a little pin shoots out, it's locked. Click unlock, it's unlocked. So it's tied to the driver door. So click lock, it's locked. Unlock, there you go. And it looks really good while it's lit up. I'm a huge fan of these new rear tail lights on the Crosstrek and the Impreza. I think they look very, very sharp. Another badge. So the bumper is a little bit different than you see on the Crosstreks. Sporty, fits the look of the car. To open the hatch, between these two stars, little rubber switch. Backup camera. A lot more room behind the second row of seats in the Impreza than people expect. This is the first trim level where you get the privacy cover as a standard feature. You can remove this. It's just a telescopic piece. It's just telescopic. Super easy to pull out if you need more room, if you're folding the seats down and you have boxes and that's going to be in the way. Easy to do. Halogen cargo light, and that will shut off when you close the rear hatch. We've got grocery bag hooks on either side. We've got our bottle/cup holders for tailgating. A little bit of storage, little storage cubbies. Now in the Crosstrek, the tray here goes all the way to the edge, so you don't see these unless you're looking under. And the reason that it doesn't go as far, doesn't extend as high, as we've got a little bit of storage. We've got a fix-a-flat kit and a jack. So you don't get the tire with it, but you have the tools to get yourself back on the road. Got the eye bolt for recovery. Got some nice hard mount physical tie downs up front. And then we have these hooks at the bottom here. Both sets of hooks and the front one, you can tie a cargo net into all three. It's very handy. We've got our third seat belt. You pull it through there, run it through here, and that way everyone ends up getting a 3-point harness. Seats, lift the toggle, push forward, and you can increase. Well, it depends. If that seat wasn't reclined quite as far, it'd go all the way down, but telescopic. And you can dramatically increase the amount of storage you have. You could camp in it if you absolutely had to. Wouldn't be the roomiest, just like camping in a Crosstrek, but it's still a decent amount of room in the second row of an Impreza. I'm going to fix that, put that all back to how it should be. Be right back. And we're back. Easy close hatch. I grabbed the paint out of habit. got a handle here. As I pull down, you'll see there is a little button right here. You can set a PIN code. So if you don't have the proximity key, or you disable the proximity function on your key and you lock the key inside because you're going out hiking or kayaking, surfing, and you're going to potentially destroy the key, you can hide it inside and you can still access it. Another look at that side profile. The red it's not done justice by the video. It's phenomenal. Up top, we do have these little doors, and you can use a flathead screwdriver. You pop those open. You've got two on each side. That's where the crossbars mount. You've got corresponding holes on the other side, ties directly into the roof. It's fantastic. Way better than the ones that used to just grip the C channel. Rear door card, hard touch plastics, soft touch armrest, red contrast stitching. Now, the contrast stitching is always red. Doesn't matter what the exterior color of the car is. Red's the highlight color on Subaru's fast cars. Really is. Power window switch, a little bit of storage with a bottle holder. Now, folding these seats up, getting them back, super easy. One-handed. And essentially, if you can't see red, it's locked in place. You know it's secure. And inside, you got great headroom. You've got great legroom. More than people expect in a vehicle of this size, for sure. Way more room than people expect. You get the sport cloth, the light and dark gray with, and there's a little bit of red in that fabric, kind of ties it all together. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. I'll zoom in there. Yeah, a little bit of red. And of course, you get the red bolsters as well. Fold down armrest with integrated cup holders. Out of the back of the center console, you've got two USB ports there. Keep everyone connected while you're on a longer trip. Matte back pocket. This is grippy and textured. That's designed to be used as a step. If you're vertically challenged and you're having trouble reaching something that you've put on the crossbars, better than standing on the tire, which actually sits inside the fender. And you're not going to get as much of your foot on that as you would there. I also get asked about this little piece of plastic here, and more on lighter color cars than darker color cars because it really pops out. And that's what this little silver bar ties into, kind of locks into. It's an extra side impact crash safety bar Subaru's installed in their cars to try to reduce or limit any intrusion into the passenger area in the event of a side collision. Very, very smart. Subaru's all about safety. It is a proximity key. Key has to be on your person within 46 inches. To lock it, we have these lines. And it locks. Just wait a second. I like to back up. That way the key can just kind of disconnects from the car, walk up, hand in the handle, and it unlocks. And that's, again, within 46 inches. Front door card looks very, very similar to that of the rear. Soft touch door card, soft touch armrest. Got the red stitching. Window lock, power rear windows. Front windows are auto power fronts. Got your power mirror adjustment. A little bit more storage and a bottle holder than you find in the rear. We also get the Harman Kardon audio system. So we get the upgraded audio system in the RS, which is nice. It is a power driver seat, including lumbar. And we have the same cloth upholstery up front as we did in the second row. Now, these seats are the same seats that you have in the Crosstrek. They are designed to reduce fatigue over longer driving distances. Subaru's done a lot of science on this, and the seats are very well made, very, very comfortable for longer trips. We have the aluminum pedal covers with the rubber grippies. That is part of the RS. Scroll wheel for the brightness of the gauges. I'm going to have to move this back a little bit. Get in here. Look at that tilt and slide sunroof there. It is nice. This is the first trim. This is the equivalent trim level to that of the Onyx Crosstrek. So inside, it is push button start. We're sitting inside, so I'm not going to turn it on all the way. Without your foot on the brake, one click is the accessory, 2 is on. Got our blind spot detection indicators on each side mirror. So it illuminates orange on the corresponding side when someone's in your blind spot, which is quite nice. Steering wheel, left-hand side, we have our Bluetooth and audio controls. You can make and take calls, control the volume of the calls and the music, accept calls, hang up or decline, issue voice commands, switch from AM to FM to USB to satellite, etc. This used to be our volume toggle. That now changes our small little display. Gives us different information depending on what we want to look at. This is also where you can see the 2.5 RS gauges, red rimmed on the speedometer. It says RS. Nice little touch there from Subaru. Right-hand side, we've got our adaptive cruise and our lane centering. Can't use those right now, obviously, because the car's not on, but both of those use these 3 black boxes, those color stereo eyesight cameras, to look for cyclists, road lines, pedestrians, and other vehicles. And that also takes care of automatic emergency braking, lane sway, pre-collision throttle management. All of the safety stuff is from these 3 black boxes, which Subaru has smartly put behind the windshield because glass is a lot cheaper than sensors. 2 different drive modes, intelligent and sport. Sport's for more spirited driving, more fun. You're going to go faster sooner, use a little bit more fuel. Intelligent is what it defaults to, which is nice. And you can see the SI drive there changing. Yellow line's a little bit more aggressive than the blue there. Heated steering wheel. Best thing ever. It is a leather wrap steering wheel. We do have that red contrast stitching. Really easy. It's nice to hold. I get a lot of comments that it's a small wheel and that it turns super quick. Yes, it's a car. It's got a small wheel. It's something to get used to. A lot of those people commenting that are coming out of slightly older SUVs with giant steering wheels or pickups. We've got an 11.6-inch touchscreen. Top portion. We've got widgets, gauges, and I can change these. I simply click them, and I click them and change them to the same ones every time. So water temp, oil temp, date, what we're listening to, and then you do get weather. That's part of the satellite radio trial that you get for 3 months with most new Subarus. Main portion of the screen, radio, media, and phone are fairly self-explanatory. Media would be USB or Bluetooth or auxiliary, any music input that isn't built into the car. Under apps, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. It is wireless with the 11.6-inch touchscreen, which is nice. You gain access to the My Subaru app after the vehicle's registered in your name. Doubled up on that because it is technically an app. You download it, you register your car, you set your password and your PIN. You can remote start your car, lock and unlock your car, in addition to a host of other features. Under car info, driving statistics, maintenance, can set maintenance reminders, turn off the display if it's too bright bothering you, valet mode, auto vehicle hold, great for construction, rush hour, drive through traffic. Traction control is grayed out right now because it's not on. The car's not on. When I put the car in reverse, backup camera pops up, shows you the top of the bumper there so you have something to relate to. Green is good, yellow is close, red's about as close as you want to get to something while still being able to open the hatch. Then we have our climate controls down here. This home button is always going to take us to this screen. But we've got our climate controls. We've got physical buttons. It is dual zone. It goes up or down in 0.5 degree increments. Or I simply click. I can drag. I can hit sync. I can control where my airflow is coming from. I want AC on, max AC. Lots of options. Big fan strength buttons. If I don't want dual zone, I just turn off all, and it only focuses the front. It's controlled by that right now. Below that, we've got our 2 USBs and our auxiliary, 10-watt wireless charger. Your phone is going to get warm while using that, but it does charge. If you don't like it charging, don't want it to, simply turn off the charger. Very easy to use. Center console. It is an automatic CVT. I do like this synthetic shifter boot with the red. It is nice. It's a nice change from the previous style that Subaru had in the Imprezas and the Crosstreks. We do have manual mode. Even with the automatic CVT, we can manually select our own gears. Paddle shift up, paddle shift down. It'll tell me right here what gear I'm in. So it says I'm in first right now. And now it says I'm going to start in second. It won't let me start in third or fourth or fifth. You are kind of limited in that regard, which is, of course, better for you and for the car. But it's just kind of a built-in safety. Piano black surrounding the shifter. We've got our electronic park brake. Pull up to turn it on. If my foot's not on the brake and I don't push and I push down, it doesn't come off. Foot on the brake, off it comes. Heated seats, high and low for both the driver and passenger. With the cloth, it heats up very, very quickly, which is nice. We've got these nice offset cup holders. These are drink raisers, so if you have a tall drink, you pull this out and it just fits in the cup holder a little bit more securely. These are great if you drink small or have short drinks. 12-volt power point. A little bit of storage. Soft touch armrest, which is quite nice. It's well positioned. There's a lot of storage in there, but there's no power point. But they kept the lines for if you were to have to run a cord out or something along that line. Up top, SOS and roadside assistance. That is part of the 3-year trial to the My Subaru Connected Services. You got most new Subarus. Got our sunroof controls, our tilt and slide, our map lights, manual shade for that, off the visor. Got vanity mirror with light. You can flip it across and extend it. And you do have 4 handles, one for every door, which is nice. Makes it easy getting in and out. It is tucked up there at the back. There's one up there as well. Now, I didn't show you guys under the hood, but it is the 2.5 RS. It's going to look the same as every other 2.5 liter in Subaru's lineup right now. To open it, there's a look at the lights, because I didn't show those to you guys earlier, but they're bright. They are fantastic. To open the hood, once it's popped, hand goes into the right-hand side of the logo, in facing down, move from right to left, and lift. It's just that piece right there, that tab that you're trying to move. And there it is, the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder, 182 horsepower. In a car like this, you still get great economy, but it's pretty darn peppy. Now, everything under the hood in yellow is what the average consumer is going to touch. We've got our oil dipstick, we've got our coolant overflow reservoir, we have our oil, we've got our washer fluid. The oil filter is up top, which is fantastic. We've got brake fluid up there, and it's not marked in yellow, but you do have easy access to the air filter. Now, to close it, I just like to drop it. I don't like to put my hand on it and push down. Feels to me like I'm going to dent it. Very unlikely, but could happen. So give you guys another quick walk around of this car. The 2024 Subaru Impreza 2.5 RS in the pure red. We also don't get a whole bunch of pure red vehicles. So it is nice to have this little burst of color in the showroom. See it when you first walk in. So thank you for sticking with me through my quick walkthrough of the 2024 Subaru Impreza 2.5 RS. I'm Tyson, the Subaru specialist from Subaru Prince George. If you guys are in the market for a Subaru, live in British Columbia, or are close to British Columbia, please reach out. I'd love to help you. Call in, ask to speak with Tyson, the Subaru specialist, or you can email me directly. You can find my contact info in the About tab on my channel. If you guys have any questions about this car behind me, please put it in the comments. Something you want to see in a future video, put it in the comments. Love to hear from you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll talk soon.